Alright, you can see the shadow being casted up there by the mountains in the clouds. That's because the sun is off in the distance, not spinning out of view. It's an obvious observation of reality. I gotta run down to my car real quick. Watch this. Yeah, flat earth, fight the freak boy. I travel freely, just like each and every one of you should be doing, but you'd rather lick the boots of the fucker that's got it up against your neck and holding you down. I'll be right back. Yep, there's the shadow of the mountain right there. We'll see what this brings us. Just watch it. Had to get my cigarettes out of the car and my lighter back out of the motel room. Let's just observe this. And see what Mother Nature brings us. That streak right there is the shadow of that mountain being cast up through the clouds right there. That streak. That's what that is. That little peak. There was one off that one and that one a minute ago when I was out here. You can still see just barely a little bit of that one. That's south. There's the clouds, or the shadows of the mountain being cast up there. Now it's getting quite northerly. There's the handrail. It runs from my back and out that way in a straight line. There's a mountain range that you can see right over there. The north, coming around to north, northwest, west, northwest is right over there. West would be off into there. And we're going west, southwest, south, southwest, maybe a little off. There's the handrail right there to show you that I'm south. There's the handrail. There's the other side of it right there. See? And it's completely dark on the horizon over there right now already. But right here, right up there in the west northwest, you see that little hot spot where the light emitted by the sun is still predominant enough to be observable in that cloud right there. A little light spot in the cloud. You may have too much cloud cover to really see anything tonight, but I'm gonna let the film roll anyway. Tell you something about this P900 though, it's a fucking workhorse. There you go, see the demon eyes up there? Bring that back in about right there. That seems to be a pretty good zoom. Can't explain this by a spinning ball, no matter how hard you try. Because I can go south or west, southwest, and you can still see a little bit of light being gathered up in them clouds over there. But the further south you go, when you go south, they're becoming cold blue lights. There's no warmth in them at all, which would be impossible. You got warmth right there. You got warmth in them clouds right there. But you go to the north, and there's no warmth being gathered, no light at all in that sky over there. You come back here to where you're closer to the west, where the sun migrated from, the west northwest, and you can see the light as it's receding, the light being gathered in the clouds, and it's receding with the sun. See right there? There's absolutely nothing right there in the northern sky that's being illuminated any further. It's done being illuminated in the northern sky. But in the west northwest, it's still observable. There's still warmth in the clouds from the sun, and that's why you see that light up there. And as you go west southwest, there's still warmth in them clouds, but when you go south, sure, you're getting a little bit still because the sun's migrating further south right now. So you're going to have more warmth over there in the south sky than you are in the north sky. We're coming back around to the west now. See the warmth in the clouds? How the clouds are still gathering light emitted by the sun in the west, but in the north, look at that. There's absolutely no light gathering in them clouds. They've become totally dark. The only point you can see anything is west northwest right here. The sun went off over there. So you will observe the light heating the clouds and the energy from the sun being absorbed by the clouds more over there in the southern sky, because that's where the sun migrated. Its migration is headed towards the south anymore. It's already done its northern fucking reach. It's went as far north as it's going to go. And now it's heading off to the west. It's circling towards the south in the west northwest sky in a circular pattern up there. That's why the northern skies over here are black. See that? That's the north. There's the handrail. It's pointing to the north. And it's all dark over in the north. You see a little bit right here when you point the camera west northwest. That cool blue light is actually the heat being absorbed and the light energy being absorbed by the clouds right there. The sun's almost completely obliterated by the cloud cover, but you can observe the clouds up there and the light pattern up there, that the sun moved off in that direction. It didn't get spun out of view. The southern sky is now void of sunlight too, but yet you still have it right here in the west. It's still being gathered in the clouds right here at the west, and it's the only place in the sky that has any illumination right now being gathered. No matter what you point at the north, and the cloud cover ain't just right here looking west. So don't shit yourself. That's west-northwest, and that would probably be about 200 miles from my destination right here. That's up over Canada probably. But just look, even the western sky is dark from the clouds that have inhibited the skies, except for right over there at the west-southwest position. You have a little light being gathered by right there too, as the sun further migrates overhead from the north in a circular pattern, going a southern route. If you drew a compass circle, you would see that it would go further south from this position. And that's exactly what you're observing right here. As the sun circled overhead from the coming in from the north or the east northeast and around to the east and headed over to the west, and then it goes out in the west northwest. There's nothing to miss and there's nothing to explain. There's only what you can observe. And you can't prove me wrong with formulas and rhetoric and fucking bullshit. You can only prove me wrong with measurable facts. That's why I'm so adamant about measurements by a mechanical means. Not rhetoric, not formulas, not fucking bullshit. Actual physically measuring something by a mechanical means. So until you do that, I don't want to hear about your angular resolution. You talk about shit that you don't even know about Polaris, Cien, Toon, Foon, Buffoon, whatever your name is. You want me to read an article off speculation? I ain't got time, boy. I'm busy. I got shit to do. I ain't gonna read something that has absolutely no merit because there's no fucking measuring tape that even tells you where Polaris is. They want you to believe it's 433 million light years away. They're telling you that the light that you are observing from Polaris this evening was emitted by Polaris 433 light years away. Go fuck yourself, you stupid son of a bitch buffoon. For crying out loud. It don't take a genius to figure that one out. So how can you even write a thesis using them numbers, because you don't even know how far away the star is. You don't know what the star is. You just know it's an luminary up in the sky. Check this out. Right there. Still catching a little bit of it right here as the light's being transferred through the frickin' clouds. Not on top of them. The sun already went away over there. If you could see it right there and the sun was 93 million miles away, you'd see something like that over there because we have the same cloud cover, fools. And you'd see the same type of illumination over there. This is a southern sky. There's absolutely no illumination pattern in them clouds whatsoever. In the south, there's absolutely none in the north. The only place you are gathering any illumination from the sun still is in the west northwest, right there. There's one freaking hot spot in the clouds, and that's it right there. There's some other real faint ones. But there aren't any like that one right there. And it's fading fast too as the sun travels further and further away, you stupid ball sucking, ball baby bitch boys. Come at me. See if I care. Why won't any of you take me up on the bed? It's a very forward, no wish-wash. You take your high tide measurements on any of the coastlines. I've never seen anybody so stupid. They'd never even call it the coast arc when they're talking about the water line, and you're too fucking ignorant to get it. You cannot have a line on a sphere. You have to have an arc, or you have to have curve. Musts. There mustn't be any flat lines. Lines are flat. Now the whole sky's dark, even over at the mountains. So, you take your instrument. After you have established all the high tide marks every 50 meters or however distant your instrument is accurate to, and you take your engineer's rule, and after you set the elevation of your instrument at point A, your starting point, you set your instrument up there at an elevation and level, and you shoot over to the next hub marker and see what you read. And at 50 meters, you better have drop on the engineer's rule from the point of elevation establishment from the initial setup, and you shoot over to the next one, and you will have curvature drop if Earth is a sphere. And then you go over there and you set up at an elevation, and you establish your elevation, and you shoot over to the next hub marker 50 more meters away, and you better have drop. And you take the first drop and the second drop, and you take note of exactly what the inches were of the drop, and then you add the two together, and you have a combination of inches, partial inches that should be there between 100 meters, and then you set your fucking instrument up at the third hub marker, and you get the elevation. You're setting your instrument up level every time, and then you shoot it to the third point of interest, bitch boys, and you better have curvature drop. That means you better be reading higher up on that engineer rule. If you set up 4 foot, you better be reading 4 foot, a quarter inch between 50 meters about. I haven't done the math, but I will, and I can. It's simple. Addition and subtraction, not formulas that are fucking 2 pages long that you don't understand yourself, but you want to propagate as fact. Go fuck yourself. I ain't one to reckon with, bitch boys, and I got 5K, and I fucking have a video up to show you my paycheck stubs, so you know I ain't some fucking bum lum. We're gonna get this shit settled because there ain't a one of you that'll take me up on it. I'm gonna send videos to every motherfucking ballless, ball baby, ball sucking bitch boy that's supporting this bullshit. The greatest feat of mankind, not one photograph of the International Space Station being erected in space and you all buy it. Go fuck yourself, that's how fucking stupid you are. Look what I've done. I posted videos, and I'm far from the greatest supposed accomplishment of mankind. It's just the work I do because I'm proud of it. And if they actually had that fucking thing up there and it was erected in space, don't you think they'd be pretty goddamn proud of it? With that, get the fuck off my channel, trolls and shills and ignorant fucks. I'm done dealing with you. I really am. You fucking idiots. You're worthless fucking bottom feeders. You're pawn scum. You're a waste of space. A bag of hide. Useless fucking hide. You can't think for yourself. You only think what they tell you is fact without ever observing reality for yourself. With that, people, have a good evening. Goodbye. Ballless ball suckers, fuck you.